Hej. No, hej. No nic, już chyba z tym.
Jak gdzieś?
No, czas ciszej. Nic, i bas.
Dobra, dobra, się widzimy.
Pen? No, I don't want to break my pen. Do you want to break the window? Do you want to break the window? No, I don't want to break the window. Vodka. Do you want anything to eat at the moment? Do you want anything to eat at the moment? No, I don't want anything to eat at the moment. Well done. Do you want anything to drink at the moment? Do you want anything to drink at the moment? No, I don't want anything to drink at the moment. Do you have anything in your pocket? Do you have anything in your pocket? No, I don't have anything in my pocket. What do they have on their feet? What do they have on their feet? They have shoes on their feet. Do you have any relatives in this town? Do you have any relatives in this town? Yes, I have some relatives in this town. At what time does the lesson begin? At what time does the lesson begin? The lesson begins at 6 o'clock. Not o'clock, o'clock. Well done. At what time does the lesson end? At what time does the lesson end? The lesson ends at 10 to 7. How long does the lesson last? How long does the lesson last? The lesson lasts 50 minutes. Is this pen expensive? Is this pen expensive? No. This pen. Okay, and better is that pen from your look. Okay,
No,
that pen isn't
expensive.
expensive. It's cheap. Is a Rolls Royce cheap? Is a Rolls Royce cheap? No, a Rolls Royce isn't cheap. It's expensive. Expensive. Is my handkerchief expensive? My handkerchief expensive? No, your handkerchief isn't expensive. It's cheap. Of these three books, has that book got the most pages? Of these three books, has this book got the most pages? No. Of those three books, that book hasn't got the most pages, it's got the fewest pages. Which person in your family reads the fewest books? Which person in your family reads the fewest books? My daughter is the person in my family who reads the fewest books. Well done. Of these three countries, Germany, France and Greece, has Greece got the most people? Of these three countries, Germany, France and Greece, has Greece got the most people? No, of those three countries, Greece hasn't got the most people, it's got the fewest people. Well done. About how many rooms are there in this building? About how many rooms are there in this building? There are about
16 rooms in this building.
How many? 16 rooms in this building. Good. Is this building low? Is this building low? No, this building isn't low, it's high. What part of the box is this? What part of the box is this? It's the outside of the box. What part of the box is this? What part of the box is this? It's the inside of the box. Good. Are we sitting outside the corridor? Are we sitting outside the corridor? No, we aren't sitting outside in the corridor. We're sitting inside the
classroom.
Oh, without inside the classroom. Voila. What can you see outside that window? What can you see outside that window? I can see some buildings, some people, some cars, etc. Outside that window. Well done. Are we sitting? Is there any food inside our stomachs after eating? Is there any food inside our stomachs after eating? Yes, there's some food inside our stomachs after eating. What's the plural of air? What's the plural of air? The plural of air is some. What's the plural of a book? What's the plural of a book? The plural of a book is some books. What can you see in this classroom? What can you see in this classroom? I can see some books, some tables, tables, some chairs, a teacher, a door, etc. in this classroom. Good. I got a thumb on my left hand? Have I got a thumb on my left hand? Yes, you've got a thumb on your left hand. Have I got any fingers on my left hand? Have I got any fingers on my left hand? Yes, you've got some fingers on your left hand. Good. Can you hear well? Can you hear well? Yes, I can hear well. Can you see well? Can you see well? Yes, I can see well. Can you speak Slovak well? Can you speak Slovak well?
Yes,
I can speak Slovak well. Do you like the smell of flowers? Do you like the smell of flowers? Yes, I like the smell of flowers. Have you got any plants at home? Have you got any plants at home? Yes, I got some plants at home. Whose book's this? Whose book this? It's your book. It's your book. Whose hand's that? Whose hand's that? It's my hand. Whose suit that? Whose suit that? It's Mr. Brown's suit. Do children generally love going to school? Do children generally love going to school? No, children don't generally love going to school. They generally hate going to school. Do children hate their mothers? Do children hate their mothers? No, children don't hate their mothers. They love their mothers. Do you love eating bad food? Do you love eating bad food? No, I don't love eating bad food. I hate eating bad food. Do you hate all food? Do you hate all food? No, I don't hate all food. Some I hate and some I love. Tell me the names of the 3 meals that people generally eat a day. Tell me the names of the 3 meals that people generally eat a day. The names of the 3 meals that people generally eat a day are breakfast, lunch and dinner. What time do you have your breakfast? What time do you have your breakfast? I have my breakfast
I have my breakfast at 8 o'clock.
8 o'clock. Well done. What time do you have your lunch? What time do you have your lunch? I have my lunch at 12 o'clock. What time does your dinner begin? What time does your dinner begin? My dinner begins at 6 o'clock. What time does your dinner end? What time does your dinner end? My dinner ends at 6 o'clock. Well done. How long does your dinner last? How long does your dinner last? My dinner lasts
20 minutes.
20 minutes. Lasts. Yes, lasts. Lasts. Good, not last. What do we eat our food from? What do we eat our food from? We eat our food from a plate or a bowl. Not bowl, sorry. Not bowl, bowl. What do we eat our food with? What do we eat our food with? We eat our food with a knife, fork and spoon, or with chopsticks. Good. Fork, and we don't say fork, just fork. Good. Give me a sentence with many in it, please. Give me a sentence with many in it, please. There are many cars in a large city. Give me a sentence with much in it. Give me a sentence with much in it. I do not put much sugar in my tea. What's the difference between few and little? What's the difference between few and little? The difference between few and little is that we use few with things we can count, and little with things we can't count. Good? Give me a sentence with few in it, please. Give me a sentence with few in it, please. There are few tables in this room or school. Give me a sentence with little in it. Give me a sentence with little in it. I drink little milk. Are there many plants in this room? Are there many plants in this room? No, there aren't many plants in this room. There are few plants. There are few plants in this room. Good. Give me a sentence. Nie, ideme ešte ďalej. Are there few people in a large city? Are there few people in a large city? No, there aren't few people in a large city. There are many people in a large city. Good. Do you drink much water? Do you drink much water? Yes, I drink a lot of water. Do you drink little water? Do you drink little water? No, I don't drink little water. I drink a lot of water. Do you eat little bread? Do you eat little bread? No, I don't eat little bread. I eat a lot of bread. Do you eat much salt? Do you eat much salt? No, I don't eat much salt. I eat little salt. Do you put much pepper on your plate? Do you put much pepper on your plate? No, I don't put much pepper on my plate. I put little pepper on my plate. Good. What's the difference between fewer than and less than? What's the difference between fewer than and less than? The difference between fewer than and less than is that we use fewer than with things we can. With things we can count, and and less than with things we can't count. Good. Give me a sentence with fewer than in it, please. Give me a sentence with fewer than in it, please. There are fewer tables in this room than chairs. Give me a sentence with less than in it. Give me a sentence with less than in it. I eat less food than my brother, son. Good. Are there more people in Europe than in Asia? Are there more people in Europe than in Asia? No, there aren't more people in Europe than in Asia. Than in Asia, there are fewer people in Europe than in Asia. Good. Do you drink more milk than water? Do you drink more milk than water? No, I don't drink more milk than water. I drink less milk than water. Good. Have you got more money than the Bank of England? Have you got more money than the Bank of England? No, I don't have more money than the Bank of England. I've got fewer money than the Bank of, I've got less money than the Bank of England. England, not England, England. Less money. Good? Super. Money, wiemy, że niepoczytatelne. Hej, sama troszkę poplietła. Do you eat more meat than bread? Do you eat more meat than bread? No, I don't eat more meat than bread. I eat less meat than bread. Less meat than bread. Good. What's the difference between the fewest and the least? What's the difference between the fewest and the least? The difference between the fewest and the least. The fewest and the least is that we use the fewest with things we can count, and the least with things we can't count. Well done. Give me a sentence with the fewest in it, please. Give me a sentence with the fewest in it, please. In my family, my brother is the one who reads, máme tu reads albo eats, môžeme povedať, to je jedno, dajme s tými knižkami, čiže who reads the fewest books. Good. Give me a sentence with the least in it. Give me a sentence with the least in it. In my family, my daughter is the one who eats the least bread. The least bread. Good. Of these three books, has that book got the most pages? Of these three books, has that book got the most pages? No, of those three books, not three books, that book hasn't got the most pages. It's got the fewest. It's got the fewest pages. Good, it's got the fewest pages. Who eats the least food in your family? Who eats the least food in your family? My daughter eats the fewest food in my family. Who drinks the least coffee in your family? Who drinks the least coffee in your family? My father drinks the least coffee in my family. Of these three foods, bread, meat and salt, do you eat salt the most? Nezabudol si to stopovať? Nie v kuse celé video, pardon. And salt, do you eat salt the most? No, of those three foods, bread, meat and salt, I don't eat salt the most, I eat it the least. The least. Of these three drinks, water, milk and wine, do you drink wine the most? Of these three drinks, water, milk and wine, do you drink wine the most? Yes or no? No. Of those three drinks, water, milk and wine, I don't drink wine the most. I drink it the least. The least. Good. Who's sitting? Oh, standing opposite you. Who's standing opposite you? The teacher is standing opposite me. Opposite me. Who's sitting next to you? Who's sitting next to you? František is sitting next to me. What can you see opposite this building? What can you see opposite this building? I can see another building opposite this building. Do most people rest from Monday to Friday? Do most people rest from Monday to Friday? No, most people don't rest from Monday to Friday. They work. They work. They work. Do you think most people like working? Do you think most people like working? No, I don't think most people like working. I think they dislike working or hate working. Oh, it's too strong. Okay. Do you work at the weekend? Do you work at the weekend? Yes, no? No, I don't work at the weekend. What's the window made of? What's the window made of? The windows made of glass. The windows. Yes, windows. Is the table made of plastic? Is the table made of plastic? No, the table isn't made of plastic. It's made of wood. What's this book made of? What's this book made of? That books made of paper. Good. What's the wall of the house behind Mr. and Mrs. Brown made of? What's the wall of the house behind Mr. and Mrs. Brown made of? The wall of the house behind Mr. and Mrs. Brown is made of stone. Good. Do you speak English well? Do you speak English well? No, I don't speak English well, but I speak it well. I speak it well enough. Are you tall enough to touch the ceiling? Are you tall enough to touch the ceiling? No, I'm not tall enough to touch the ceiling. I'm too short. Are you short enough to stand under the table? Are you short enough to stand under the table? No, I'm not. Spojmy. I'm not short enough to stand under the table. I'm too tall. As I say, I'm too tall. Well done. I'm too tall. What colors this pencil? What colors this pencil? This pencil's red. What colors that one? What colors that one? That one's white. Which pencil's red? Which pencil's red? This pencil's red. Which one's brown? Which one's brown? That one's brown. Which book's open? Which book's open? This book's open. Which one's closed? Which one's closed? That one's closed. That one's closed. Can you hear well with your fingers in your ears? Can you hear well with your fingers in your ears? No, I can't hear well with my fingers in my ears. I hear badly. I hear badly. I hear badly. Do you see badly? Do you see badly? No, I don't see badly. I see well. Well. Does this pen write badly? Does this pen write badly?